In the vastness of the galaxy, where stars number in the billions and life thrives in countless forms, language is often the first barrier between civilizations. The universal translator, a marvel of modern technology, had bridged this gap for millennia, allowing species to communicate seamlessly. Yet even this incredible device had its limits. The Galactic Council convened once more in the Grand Hall of Unity, a massive structure orbiting the binary stars of the XUS system. Representatives from all known species had gathered to discuss a peculiar and unprecedented problem. The issue at hand began with High Speaker Zalera, her voice echoing through the hall. "It is one of nomenclature," she said. "We have recently encountered a fifth species that refers to themselves as Grither, translated, of course, by the universal translator as human." A murmur rippled through the assembly. 5 species now claimed the name human in their dominant languages. The council had seen this before, once with 2 species claiming the name Aryan, but never to this extent. Councillor Itran, a luminescent being from the Andromeda Nebula, floated forward. "This creates a significant problem. The Galactic Charter requires clear distinctions between species to avoid confusion in legal, diplomatic, and emergency contexts. With 5 distinct species all called human, chaos is inevitable." High Speaker Zalera nodded gravely. "Indeed, we have already seen this confusion lead to dire consequences." The holographic display in the center of the chamber flickered to life, showing a distress signal from a space station on the fringes of the galaxy. "This station is under attack. We need assistance. Please send help, humans. We beg you." The message was clear, but the response was anything but. 5 ships, each from different human species, arrived at the station. The result was a disaster. The bipedal humans from Terrera, the winged humans of Zephyrus, the aquatic humans of Oceania, the amorphous humans of Lyra, and the crystalline humans of Crystallis all had vastly different approaches to problem solving. Their combined efforts only exacerbated the situation. The Terran humans attempted to coordinate a rescue operation, their military precision and experience making them natural leaders in crises. However, the Zephan humans, accustomed to flight and airbase tactics, found the Terran methods cumbersome. The Vin humans, who communicated through pheromones, could not understand the vocal commands, leading to further miscommunication. The crystalline humans, who manipulated light and energy, inadvertently caused power surges throughout the station. Finally, the Oceanians, who thrived in water, struggled in the station's dry atmosphere. The result was a catastrophic failure. The station was lost along with many lives, all because 5 different species had responded to a call meant for one. "We cannot allow this to continue," Councillor Itran declared, his form pulsating with frustration. "We must find a solution." A representative from Terrera, Ambassador Julian Gray, stepped forward. "We understand the gravity of the situation, but we cannot simply change our name. The term human has deep cultural and historical significance for us. It is a part of our identity, our heritage." The Christan ambassador, a being of shimmering facets, spoke in soft tones, their voice like chimes in the wind. "And yet we too are called human by our universal translator. We were human long before we knew of your existence. It is a sacred term for our people, symbolizing unity and resilience." The Zephan ambassador, her wings fluttering nervously, added, "For us, human is the name of our greatest warriors, those who soar highest in the sky. It is a title of honor." The room fell into a tense silence. The problem was clear, but the solution seemed elusive. High Speaker Zalera, known for her wisdom, finally spoke. "We must find a compromise. The universal translator cannot be the ultimate arbiter of identity. Perhaps instead of forcing one species to change, we should embrace this coincidence." A ripple of surprise passed through the assembly. "What do you propose?" asked Councillor Itran. Zalera smiled, her eyes reflecting the light of 1,000 stars. "Let us redefine what it means to be human in the galaxy. Rather than seeing it as a name tied to a single species, let us recognize it as a title that signifies something greater, a symbol of unity across diversity. Each species can retain their version of human, but with an added distinction that reflects their unique nature." Ambassador Gray looked intrigued. "You mean Terran humans, Christan humans, Zephan humans, and so on?" "Precisely," Zalera nodded. This way each species retains their identity while acknowledging the shared values that the term human has come to represent across the stars. It turns a potential source of confusion into a celebration of our galaxy's diversity. The council members exchanged glances, considering the proposal. Slowly, one by one, they nodded in agreement. "It is an elegant solution," the Christan ambassador said, their facets glinting approvingly. "We would be honored to be known as Christan humans." The Zephan ambassador smiled, her wings stilling. "And we, as Zephan humans." Ambassador Gray felt a weight lift from his shoulders. "Terran humans, as we have always been." With the council's consensus, the decision was made. The universal translator was reprogrammed to reflect this new understanding, and the galaxy breathed a collective sigh of relief. In the years that followed, the term human became a beacon of hope and cooperation, symbolizing the unity of diverse species under a common cause. The universal translator, once a source of confusion, now facilitated an even deeper connection between the peoples of the galaxy. And so, in the vastness of the cosmos, 5 species stood together, each proudly bearing the name human, not as a source of conflict but as a testament to their shared values and aspirations. The nomenclature debate was resolved, and the galaxy moved forward, embracing the idea of human as a shared title. The Galactic Council, once a place of frequent disputes and mistrust, became a symbol of unity and cooperation. The term human now carried a weight that transcended species, embodying the virtues of empathy, courage, and collaboration. But peace is never permanent in a universe as vast and unpredictable as this one. The new era of unity was threatened when a mysterious signal was detected at the edge of the galaxy, emanating from a region known as the Void, a dark expanse where few dared to venture and from which even fewer returned. The signal, unlike anything recorded before, was composed of shifting frequencies that defied conventional analysis. Yet there was something oddly familiar about it. The universal translator, calibrated to identify patterns across languages, began to decipher fragments of the message: humans, danger, help. The message was disjointed, incomplete, but the word humans was unmistakable. The council convened immediately, the Grand Hall of Unity buzzing with urgency. "We cannot ignore this," declared High Speaker Zalera, her voice steady but tinged with concern. "Whatever is out there, it knows us, or at least knows the name we now share." Ambassador Julian Gray of Terera rose to his feet, his face set in determination. "If they're asking for humans, then it's our duty to respond. But we must be careful. We cannot assume this call is meant for one species alone. We should assemble a coalition of all who bear the name human. Together we can investigate this and ensure no species is left behind." The council agreed, and within days a fleet was assembled. It was a sight to behold: ships from Terera, Crystallis, Zephyrus, Oceania, and Lyra all united under the banner of their shared identity. Each vessel bore the insignia of their world, but alongside it, the word human was inscribed in the many languages of the galaxy. As the fleet approached the Void, the stars seemed to dim, and an eerie silence fell over the crew. The mysterious signal grew stronger, more insistent, yet its source remained elusive. The Void was a region known for its treacherous gravitational anomalies and strange temporal distortions, making navigation perilous. On the command deck of the Terran flagship Unity, Ambassador Gray stood alongside representatives from the other human species. They watched the swirling darkness on the viewscreen with a mix of awe and trepidation. "This place," murmured Leandra, the Christan ambassador, her crystalline form shimmering as she spoke, "it feels ancient, as if something has been waiting here for a long time." "Or something lost," added Kaler, the Zephan ambassador, his wings fluttering nervously. "We must remain vigilant." Suddenly, the signal changed. The universal translator, which had been struggling to make sense of the message, finally broke through the static. "Humans, we need you." The words were clear now, but the voice was strange, echoing as though coming from multiple sources at once. It was as if several beings were speaking in unison, their voices overlapping in a haunting chorus. "Identify yourself," Ambassador Gray commanded, hoping to establish contact. There was a pause, and then the voice responded clearer this time. "We are the first." The crew exchanged puzzled glances. "The first?" Gray repeated. "What do you mean?" "The first humans," the voice replied. "The origin of your name lost to time and space. We have been waiting, trapped, and we need your help. The revelation sent a shockwave through the fleet. The idea that there could be an ancient precursor to all the species who now bore the name human was both fascinating and terrifying. How can we help you? Leandra asked, her voice resonating with concern. Free us, the voice pleaded. We are imprisoned in the void, bound by the